Broncos are here back in today. NFL Week 11 predictions. Week 10, we had a solid week, 9-3, bringing the overall season record to a resounding 105 easy, and 41. So we got a pretty good record so far. These are money line predictions. We talk about the spread game by game. So week 11, we got some good matchups. Commanders at Eagles on Thursday Night Football. Both of these teams, man, winner of this game, you're first in the NFC East. And if the Commanders win this one in Philly, then they're in good shape to win the division, considering there will be a rematch in Washington later on in the season. The Eagles, on the other hand, man, they just destroyed the Dallas Cowgirls. And, I mean, they really didn't even flex their muscles. Saquon didn't have an amazing game. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith didn't really do amazing either. Really, Jalen Hurts played all right with his ground game. I think the Cowboys just stink. That's what it is. The Washington Commanders, they should have beat the Steelers. They had a bunch of opportunities to do so. They just couldn't capitalize. I really think that they need to kind of trust Jaden Daniels a little bit more in the passing attack. It was a bit too conservative for my liking. I'd like to see him air it out a bit more. Maybe give him some more scrambles. I think he only had like 5 or 6 rushing attempts against the Steelers. And the Steelers' defensive line obviously gave him fits. I think Jaden Daniels will bounce back right here in a big matchup on Thursday Night Football. Probably the best primetime Thursday Night Football game we've had all year long. I'm going with the Philadelphia Eagles. They're favored by 3 points. I like them to cover the spread by 3 as well. Raiders at Dolphins is going to be the next game up right here. The Las Vegas Raiders, they're not good. The Miami Dolphins, this is made before Sunday Night Football. And obviously the Dolphins, haven't seen them play yet this week. They play on Monday night. Who do I expect to win this game? I mean, obviously the Miami Dolphins are 7-point favorites. I think the Dolphins will cover this 7-point spread as well at home. Browns at Saints. The New Orleans Saints, they just handled the Atlanta Falcons. But did they really? Because Younghoe Koo just really kind of sold the game for the Atlanta Falcons there. I'm sure Falcons fans not too happy with Younghoe Koo. They weren't chanting his name as much towards the end of the game there when he was missing. Cleveland Browns, probably one of the worst teams in the league, although, you know, the Aaron Rodgers and the Jets are getting up there, and we have them next. The New Orleans Saints are 3-point favorites right here. I like that. 3 points at home. Give me the Saints. Colts versus Jets. The Jets are 3-point favorites at home. And, you know, you guys talk about, oh, you're picking the favorite. All right, I'm not. The Jets, I'm never going to bet on the Jets ever again. They've cost me a ridiculous amount of money. Aaron Rodgers and the Jets might be the worst team in the league. They might be the streakiest team in the league. They got embarrassed by the Arizona Cardinals in Arizona. And it's a home game for them. New York, the New York faithful, Fireman Ed, whatever, I don't care. The Colts and Joe Flacco will go into New York and embarrass Aaron Rodgers. A battle of the vets. Joe Flacco's got it a little bit better. Give me the Colts +3. Vikings at Titans here. Minnesota Vikings, they played like one of the worst teams in the league in week number 10. Almost cost us one of our predictions here against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Only beaten by 5. Didn't cover the spread, embarrassingly so. Tennessee Titans, just not a good football club. The Vikings are going to go in here and dominate them. I'm trying to find the spread of this game, because if the spread of this game is close, then this could be something you want to kind of go all in on. Vikings, 6.5-point favorites. I mean, They were just 6.5, 7-point favorites over the Jaguars. Didn't cover, so it's a bit too steep for my liking, but I probably will go ahead and be an idiot again and bet on that spread. Packers at Bears, battle of the NFC North, and the Bears couldn't beat the Patriots, so the Packers are going to destroy them right here. Packers -6. I think they'll cover that spread. Give me the Packers. Jaguars at Detroit Lions. Haven't seen the Lions here on Sunday Night Football. I expect the Detroit Lions to go in and beat the Texans. I think it's going to be a close game, but I did choose the Lions to win, especially with the reports right now while I'm recording this. No Nico Collins. Jacksonville Jaguars, congrats. I think the Jaguars hung out in week number 10, and actually, can the Jaguars be a competitive football club? No. They put up 7 points with Mac Jones. Yes, their defense played good against Scam Darnold. He was seeing ghosts again, but Jared Goff ain't Scam Darnold. We'll go with the Detroit Lions. 13-point spread. That's ridiculous. I'm not surprised, but I just think 13 is a lot. Honestly, it might actually be kind of one of the locks of the week, is the Lions win by 2 touchdowns here, especially if Trevor Lawrence is not back. Rams at Patriots. Los Angeles Rams, I'm excited to see them on Monday night. So the Rams, they're going to beat the Patriots, let's be real here. Looking at the spread, Rams favored by 5.5. I think the Rams will cover a touchdown. But I'm really curious on Monday Night Football to see how they perform against the Dolphins, and I feel like that'll be a good indication of whether the spread moves down to 3.5, 4, or whether it even moves up to 7 against this New England Patriots team. So give me the Rams. Ravens at Steelers, huge game in the AFC North. Man, the Ravens could use this one, and the Ravens are 3-point favorites in Pittsburgh. Every time I pick against the Pittsburgh Steelers, they end up winning. Russell Wilson and George Pickens. I'm seeing highlights on my screen right now of that touchdown catch. Great catch by George Pickens. It's costing me my fantasy matchup. The Steelers, they have a great defense. The Ravens, good offense, but man, the Ravens barely beat the Bengals. Didn't even deserve to. Chase Brown gift-wrapped them the game with that fumble on Thursday Night Football. I mean, the Ravens got to pound the run with Derrick Henry. If the Steelers can stop Derrick Henry, I'm a bit concerned for Baltimore because without Derrick Henry in the first half against the Bengals, they looked like trash. Every time I pick against what I say for these Steelers matchups, I'm going with the Ravens -3. Seahawks at 49ers. Another divisional game right here. And the 49ers didn't look as good with Christian McCaffrey. Yes, McCaffrey played all right. Yes, he was quote-unquote on a pitch count, I guess you could say. But I mean, still, they didn't dominate. They barely even squeaked out a win in week number 10. Seattle, on the other hand, yeah, I mean, they're a good team at times. Kind of streaky, hot or cold with Geno Smith. I'm going with Brock Purdy over Geno Smith for sure. 49ers, 7-point spread seems steep. I'm actually going to go with the Seahawks with this +7 spread right here, but 49ers will win for sure. Falcons at Broncos. Broncos have been the spread coverers for the last couple of weeks here. Now we have the Atlanta Falcons. I'm curious to see what the spread's looking like on this game. The Atlanta Falcons, I don't even, someone comment down below. I don't even know how they lost that game. I guess it was the kicker you can blame. But realistically, I mean, I was seeing Bijan get touchdowns. I was seeing Money Mooney make some plays. How they lose, I don't know. The Denver Broncos hung around with the Chiefs. Honestly, not sure how they hung around with the Chiefs either. I guess the Broncos defense played well enough to hang around in that game. The Broncos are 1.5-point favorites right here. And man, okay, this is a game that I'm going to be betting on. Actually, the Falcons are on my no-bet list. I'm not going to lie. The Falcons, the Jets, they're on my no-bet list. I hate those teams to bet on. They always let me down. But it's tempting. Falcons, 1.5-point dogs in Denver. I think the Falcons are going to win. I might have to bet on them again. Chiefs at Bills. Kansas City Chiefs, they might not be good. I'm not too sure. The Buffalo Bills, I mean, Josh Allen didn't look great either. Definitely hurt his MVP odds, opposed to Lamar Jackson, who actually bounced back pretty well in the second half of that Bengals game. Big game right here, 4:30. Chiefs at Bills. Bills are 1-point favorites. It's at home. I'm going with Buffalo based on what I've seen in Week 10. Bengals at Chargers. Chargers, 2.5-point favorites. Bengals, 2.5-point dogs. Really close game right here. You know, if the Chargers can pound J.K. Dobbins, if J.K. Dobbins can find space, and then they might have a chance. Ladd McConkey's having a couple really nice games, but J.K. Dobbins' efficiency has kind of been dipping down a significant amount, averaging only 2 or 3 yards per carry now, not finding the same space as early on in the season. The Cincinnati Bengals, man, Jamar Chase, he just dropped 60 points in fantasy, and Joe Burrow has 15 touchdowns in the last 3 weeks. So I'm going with the Bengals. 2.5-point dogs here on the road. Monday Night Football, Texans at Cowboys. Yeah, we got to flex this game. I'm not going to lie. Texans, 7-point favorites here. Heading into Dallas, going to embarrass Jerry Jones. You love to see it. We're going to have a Nico Collins return, I'm assuming here. He practiced, almost debatably played on Sunday Night Football. So with the extra rest, he'll be here in Dallas. Texans by 7. Yes, I think the Texans will cover that spread. And there it is. That is Week 11. NFL predictions. Smash the like and subscribe button. Peace out. Thanks for watching.